experience, the profile of the investor. So what is that he is coming from? So what is the profile of that investor? Also, it is three things which we do take care of before finalizing any opportunity for every investor. And other side, as I said, we help businesses to scaling up their business. Or that means that we have these businesses with us, opportunities which are largely at startup level, because at startup level you need a consultant, you need an advisor who can really make your opportunity fit for the market, and we match make. So Franchise India is a matchmaker. So we help both communities to come together and finalizing that deal. So we use a byline. Other, it is nobody in the world sells more business than Franchise India. Franchise India is having a biggest network in the world today. So we are present in 97 cities in India, and we are also in 11 countries now with the same business model, where we have appointed our business partner with the model of independent franchise consultant, and then we make these business partners as partner with Franchise India, and we help them with all the trainings which we give. And because it's a successful business model now, proven business model, last 27 years we are into this. And we are also present in UAE market. Now we are in Mongolia, we are in Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Africa, Singapore, Australia, UK, Ireland, and Canada. And now we have entered into Thailand as well. So we have a vision of G20 of franchising. So would mean that we are now talking about in next 1 year, we are entering into 20 countries with the same business model. And today, everything what we consume is coming from a franchise company. In a survey, we have found that every household had at least one person looking forward to start a business. And there are millions of NRIs also in India. They want to invest and they want to find a right opportunity. So they have no capability of finding the opportunities for them which are fit in for their market and the investment what they have. And they don't have any understanding about how to choose a right business opportunity. That's where in Franchise India have got opportunity to work with all these NRIs also to find out right business business opportunity for them. So considering this humongous opportunity in India, so Franchise India is looking forward for like-minded professionals. We are looking forward for real estate consultants or chartered accountants who have that idea about businesses, how to structure the business model. And also we are looking forward for even franchise professionals who have experience in franchising to become our partner as Franchise India partner, which is independent franchise consultant. This is a very, very unique opportunity, highly rewarding opportunity. It's a no risk opportunity. When we are saying no risk, would mean we will give you some understanding today through a web presentation also, that how we are talking about it's a highly rewarding and why it's a zero risk opportunity to join Franchise India comparatively with other businesses opportunities which are there. So Franchise India operates with three businesses. So we have largely business which we are talking about the investments. So we are helping investors to invest in the right business opportunities. And we are working with businesses to scaling there. That's a scaling is our second business. And third is a resale. So if there is anyone who has some business and want to resell that business, and any franchise owner who want to come out of the existing franchise business, we help to resell that business. And for this, we have three companies also largely, which is Franchise India in India. And we have also Fran Global. Fran Global is our international arm of the business, which is a market entry for global brands to enter India. And third is FranCorp, which we will be discussing in length in this webinar. So FranCorp is helping businesses to get them ready. So get them ready would mean that once any business at a scratch level also, I have no idea how to franchise. So we, FranCorp will help to get documentation done and SOPs and systems in place, and then we help them to go into franchising. So these are three businesses which we have, three companies which are helping India, and outside India we are with Fran Global, and FranCorp is world's largest consulting company, which I said is 47-year-old, and in India we are last 20 years master license of FranCorp, and we are helping businesses with FranCorp for getting the franchise development done for these companies. So in this webinar, we have also joined our our team, which is regional heads, because we are talking about a support function which we have created a system and process for our partners. So because it's very, very important when we have partners on board and they need a lot of support and hand holding from our side. And we have created the system, which is a foolproof system for all the IFC partners to in initial days, it is very, very important that you handhold. And we have three parameters in this. So when you are at a startup level, would mean that you are dependent completely. So we help you and take you to the next level, which is interdependent. So then there's a third level, which is completely you are independent. So our team would help you from one stage to another stage, and then another stage to another stage, and then locally also we have offices, and which wherein we invite your clients, invite your if it's an investor who is looking forward to start a business, or it's a business owner brand, they want to expand, and we help them and getting them into our offices. And our partners are also coming to our office, wherein we do these joint meetings to help to grow that business. In this webinar, we have a Q&A box, which we will be requesting you to use during this webinar. If you have any query, any question, so please use Q&A box to share. So we are also asking you some questions in this webinar. So please use Q&A box to send us your replies. Also, we want to make it very, very interactive, because there is no way wherein you can talk to us, or it's a one-way webinar. So please use Q&A box rather raising your hand, or this is a webinar wherein we have a Q&A box to use all this. So before we start this webinar, so let me also introduce who all are there in the panel today. My name is Sanjay. I am CEO Director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited, which is subsidiary company of Franchise India Group, where we have our IFC partners registered with us on Pan India. So also we have joined us our regional heads who is helping our IFC partners locally. We have Sajid Joy. He has joined us from Karnataka. So we have office in Bangalore. So he heads Karnataka, wherein we have around 11 partners already there in Bangalore, and he is helping them regionally. We have Kapil joined us. He has joined us from Chennai. So our office, we have branch office in Chennai, and also a lot of partners now in Tamil Nadu. So Kapil is helping them. We have also Shakti Well. He's our senior leader from same Chennai branch, and he and Kapil both together helps all our partners there in Chennai and also Kerala market. So we have joined with Ajay. Ajay Ansari has joined us from Mumbai. Again, we have got around 12 partners in Mumbai, our own office, branch office there. So we run that office for last 23 years now. And we have a lot of partners now today, still growing, and he is helping them. Plus, we have Ravi Kumar also joined us from Hyderabad. So we have office in Hyderabad, and also now we have around 11 partners also in Hyderabad, AP, Telangana. So that's what we locally help them, because they invite their investors and clients to office, and we help them as a joint meeting there also. So we have Bimal also joined. Bimal has joined us from Kolkata. So our office in east side, we have Kolkata, and he also helps our partners for there in Bangladesh and also Nepal. Devinder Singh also has joined. I cannot see him there, so but he is there from our Ahmedabad branch, and we also have joined our Managing Director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, and she will be taking us today through this webinar and setting the perspective, welcoming you once again after this, and also sets the perspective of this webinar. So what we are going to cover in this webinar, first and foremost, we'll talk about Franchise India journey. So what has been done in 27 years, how we started this business, and how we have started this advisory business, and why there was a requirement of this advisory business. Second, we'll talk about franchise industry at large. So what is the size of this industry as of today, and what is next 10, 20 years we can see through. And third, we will talk about this independent franchise consultant model as a business model. Plus, we'll give you some understanding about how you can be part of Franchise India through a presentation, and also what is the monetization model, and how you want to, if you join, then what is the growth ladder that we'll discuss, and plus all the payout structuring which we are offering to our partners. So how that has been structured, that also we will take it. So before that, I'll invite Ms. Sonia to take it over and set the perspective of this webinar, and also welcome you once again. Over to you now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. And friends, a very good evening to all of you, and a happy Navratri to all our friends in India. And we welcome everybody who's come on the webinar. And I understand we have a lot of our friends who also joined from other countries. So I'll request all of you if you can also mention the city, the country that you've joined from, because our program, which is Independent Franchise Consultant, runs not only in India, but also in overseas market where we are currently operating out of. So it's an opportunity to associate as a partner of Franchise India in India and a partner of Fran Global in international markets across the world. And Franchise India runs different companies and businesses under the Franchise India group of companies. And we have on this webinar, as you see, the entire leadership of Franchise India, because partners form a very important, critical, strategic part of the overall business model of Franchise India and Fran Global. And it also takes a lot of time share of all the leadership and the management. So before we go ahead in terms of understanding the value proposition, what it takes to become a partner, how you qualify to become a partner, and the margin structure, I will also like to give you a little understanding about franchising at large. And also a bit about Franchise India. I'm sure some of you might have been following Franchise India for some time, or you would have still, heard about us or been to some of our exhibitions or read our magazine. So we are a company which has been democratizing entrepreneurship since 1999. And through all the group companies, we present a very pressing value proposition for the entire community in franchising. So when I say entire franchise community, the entire spectrum of companies from startups to listed companies to the top five giants of India. And we started at a time when, words like entrepreneurship, startup, they were not used the way they have been, being used today, and they become part of the entire mainstream as we talk about entrepreneurship and business. And franchising is a global success story, right, which started nearly 100 years back. And we always believed at Franchise India, and we always also understood that there was a big demand that was in the market. And it was a market which was underserved, and there was a big supply gap. And demand, which was as big as, I would say, every household. You would have somebody who's an aspiration of starting a business. And I'm sure everybody out there, you're all people who are looking, I'm sure you're in different businesses. Some of you might be working in different professions, some might be working, some might be doing their own business, but there's some aspiration, in every household, somebody out there who wants to start a business. And that is also one big reason why India has always been called a shopkeeper nation. People love doing business. And if we talk about franchising historically has been a very, very powerful wealth creation and also entrepreneurial engine for more than a century. And this engine we at Franchise India want to enforce through the IFC program. And that is what the entire program is also based on. Franchising, if you see, has been a very big catalyst for entrepreneurship and the most democratic wealth creation tool in the human history. And in fact, I would also go on to say it is the epitome for all small businesses, and globally small businesses for a major part of the economy and GDP. And same is true for India and the countries around. So the core driver and the foundation of Franchise India has been entrepreneurship. And the initiative or premise for us to start the IFC program has also been to work with entrepreneurs like yourself who become partners with Franchise India, but most importantly, who have the skill and the intent to drive and entrepreneurship like we do. And I'm happy to also share with everyone that this community of our partners and the program is becoming bigger every day, and that it is because the business opportunity and also the market size is becoming bigger, and it continues to become bigger in the times to come. And as a company, we believe that we today would need more deeper penetration and also larger distribution through this entrepreneurship program to capture the big opportunity in franchising. If you see entrepreneurship today, more and more people are starting their entrepreneur journey and buying businesses than they were doing before. And more companies equally are expanding via franchise route than they were maybe 27 years back when we started our business. And like I said, this is not going to stop here because the space is going to it is getting larger. And there are more entrepreneurs today and aspiring to be entrepreneurs than has been the history of entrepreneurship. So if you look at the opportunity in India alone, we have very strong fundamentals, and especially when we talk about domestic consumption, it is very, very high. And consumption and franchising, again, are very proportionate. So as the consumption, becomes bigger and larger, franchising also grows proportionately. So the last, I would say, more than 2.5 decades, we have seen a big growth in franchising, nearly 25 to 35% the last 25 years we have witnessed in India. The next 10 years are going to be bigger than what we have witnessed in the last 25 years. And we believe this growth in franchising would be 10x in the next 10 years, with an average growth of 25 to 30 odd percent. And India already is the second largest franchise market in the world after America. And we have witnessed four-fold growth in the last 10 years alone. And franchising in India has also, seen a lot of people who are first-time entrepreneurs. When we started 2.5 decades back, we had a community of business buyer, which was only 10% of the entire community of people who used to buy business. Only 10% people were the ones who bought a business for the very first time. Now, fast forward these 27 years, today this business buyer community, the first generation entrepreneurs in India, has become very, very big. And it today constitutes almost about 60% of the entire investor community or business buyer community. And this is going to grow and become almost about 75% in the next 5 odd years. So consumption story of India, like I said, is very interesting, very big. And that is what has also made our economy very resilient. And nearly 70% of our India's GDP is driven by domestic consumption. And if we compare that with economies like China, that percentage is only 53, right? So we are much far ahead in terms of a growth, in terms of a consumption. And the second phenomena, I'm sure you all experience, consumption cycles are changing. We are consuming more brands than we were maybe 10 years back or 15 years back or even 20 years back. And on top of that, even the cycle of consumptions are changing, which means that we're eating more out and more frequently than we were maybe 5 years back or maybe 10 years back. So all the consumption cycles are changing. Having said that, I would also say that as a country, we are still low in terms of per capita consumption in many categories, but all that is improving. The last 15 years have seen a big consumption jump also in per capita consumption across all categories, be it services or product industries. And most of the consumption categories are becoming, in fact, 3.5 times more larger than they were 30 years back. So that is an important trend, and formalization of consumption, like I said, which means people are becoming more brand conscious. And today we're consuming more brands and more services. And 20 years back, when modernization of product took place, we saw a lot of international brands coming to the Indian market, a lot of homegrown brands becoming bigger. Now, this time around, there is a big development which is happening on modernization of services also in the industry, which all is becoming branded now, from laundry services to direct to home healthcare services to cleaning services. All these services today are becoming branded. And lastly, I would say if you look at service sector, globally, the service sector is very, very big. Averagely, it contributes in economy is nearly 50% or higher. India contribution is about 52% of the GDP when it comes to service sector. And service sector is dominated by franchise businesses. So there's a big shift already happening towards service sector. And the top consumption categories also come from service-centric businesses. So these are some phenomena, which I wanted to highlight, before we take you through the entire value proposition of the IFC program. Now, at Franchise India, we started 27 years back. Today, we run in about 97 cities in India and about 14 countries overseas, and including Indian market and also overseas market. A larger number of markets in India and overseas are represented by our IFC channel partners. And we are also happy to and rather humbled to say that we are the largest franchise development company in the world, and also the largest distribution company in the world by a spread, by a uniform presence across India and international market. And we are also a trusted advisor to some of the most, I would say, trusted and respected business houses of India, from Reliance to Tata's to Aditya Birla. These are all companies that we work very, very closely with. In fact, any new initiative taken by any of these larger companies, we are the first ones who take that initiative, work with these companies to develop their franchise model, and subsequently put that into distribution to appoint franchisees for them. Now, all that we've been able to do, because the last 27 years, we worked very hard to build our own capability as a company. And today, all our four larger businesses, which includes our media business, where we run the largest exhibition company. We run 200 exhibitions across India. The three industry magazines, which includes Franchising World, Retailer, and Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is globally the top B2B magazine in the world. It's an American magazine, and Franchise India is a joint venture partner for entire India and Asia. And second platform is largely for companies who would want to use the services of Franchise India to make them franchise ready, which we do through our another collaboration with a company called FranCorp, which is American-based company, which has been into existence for more than 47 years now. And in India, we own FranCorp. And in fact, FranCorp pioneered franchise consulting, working with companies like McDonald's, working with companies like KFC's, Hershey's. And when we wanted in India to work with the larger companies, we wanted to collaborate with the best in the industry globally. And hence we acquired FranCorp rights for India about 18 years back. And our third platform is for people who want to buy business. Like I said, the investor community in India is very, very big, and it is becoming bigger. And this community is clueless sometimes about the opportunities which exist. And more importantly, while they're aware of the different brands and the opportunities that might exist, they get overwhelmed with so much of options being given to them. So we work with this investor community, handhold them through the entire process of buying a business. And lastly is our exit platform, where we also work with businesses who want to exit businesses. This is in the mid-market space, where we find them a successor. We do the valuation of these companies, which could be a strategic buyer or a financial buyer. So across these four businesses, the entire business of Franchise India, Fran Global sits. And finally, we also have a big investment arm, which also makes Franchise India now in India and also globally one of the biggest companies, which holds more than 35 master franchisees of global brands from America, from Australia, from Singapore. And these are the master franchisees that we own for Indian market and also international markets like Thailand and also Middle East. So not only we created this ecosystem and the community, but also opportunity to expand this ecosystem and community, through the partnership model in form of IFC channel. So every day new business opportunities come into franchising. And like I said, the need for us was not to just get bigger, but also deeper reach and connect with the community who wants to buy business. And for somebody who's new to the business, learning curve is always very, very big, and especially if you have not done that before. So through the training programs and through the aggregation of more than 800 brands, while Franchise India has nearly 17,000 companies, which are listed alone on the website of Franchise India, but we have exclusive contracts with all the companies that we work with. So we take an exclusive mandate from companies. We represent their interest to business buyers, understand the profiling, and help in transacting the entire deal from stage one, which is filtration of their interest, to signing off the agreements. So before we proceed further, friends, I'll also request, we have told what we do as a company. We'll be spending some more time to make you understand our business model. And I'll request now, Sanjay, we have a small set of questions that we want to ask you, and this is related to your profile, because that's very, very important. If you look at our current IFC program and the partners who work with us, on an average, our partners come with an experience of more than 20 years. Some are even beyond, but the average experience of our partners is about 20 years into different professions or businesses. So that's important for us to know. And we already present across India, but a lot of cities are still available where we are underserved. And these locations, we want more hands and more partners to come in, including cities like Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, where we have a lot of partners. But like I said, the opportunity is bigger. And even if we have double the size of partners and teams that we have today, we'll still not be able to touch the surface. So I'll request, Sanjay, if you want to do a quick, maybe a engagement with all our friends who have joined in, and we can then take it up with a 20 minutes presentation that we'll run through.
Sure. Thank you so much. Friends, so as we discuss what we are, who we are, when we started, and now we want to know who is there with us today. So we have 4 points, which is P stands for professional. So please send us your answers in Q&A box only. That is, if you're a professional, you are working in some company, so write P along with your city name, because we just want to know which city you are coming from and what you do exactly right now, because there's a purpose of attending this webinar. You're giving us 1 hour time, so we also need to understand who is there, who have joined us today, and what you are coming from. So if you are a professional, you're working somewhere, and still you're looking forward for some opportunity, and this can be one of the opportunity, and which we are exploring today. So please send us your answer in the Q&A box. Write P along with your city name, And if you're a business owner, you are already running some business, write B along with city name. And if you are already into some consulting practice, it can be education consultant, it can be a property consulting, or any other consulting. So please write MC, management consultant, and along with your city name. And also, if you can give us a little more understanding about what kind of consulting you do, so that will be helping us. And if you are looking forward to change the career, it's very, very important that if you are looking forward to change the career also and coming into the consulting practice business, then write C along with your city name. So there is Mr. Sharma, Sneha Sharma, who has raised the hand. So my request, please do not raise the hand, as there is a Q&A box, which now our friends are already using it. And please use Q&A box and send us your answer. But write city name as well. There is Soumik Datta, welcome. So you're writing P professional, but which city you're coming from, please write your city name. So we request everyone to get engagement in this webinar, because consulting business is all about engaging each other. So if you are looking forward to become a consultant, so it is very important, then you send us the replies and using Q&A box, so that we can take your all the answers as well. So there is Mr. Hamid Sheikh, welcome. He is a business owner, web design and digital marketing. Great. So welcome, Mr. Sheikh. He is P trainer, freelance in Hyderabad. Welcome. We are now having, next is Alagar Sami, RB. So he is business owner and management consulting from Tirupur. So please write something about your management consulting program, what you have, which kind of consulting you are in, would be great, so that we can also understand you. Mr. Joyson, P and C, is a professional and also looking forward to change the career. Joined us from Bangalore, so welcome. Mr. Soumik Datta is writing Bangalore. Okay, great. I was expecting Kolkata, but then it's good that you are written as Bangalore. So Mr. Hamid Sheikh, he is saying, okay, again, he is also management consultant, but he is also business owner. Real estate consulting from Hyderabad, Telangana. Mr. Ramesh from Hyderabad, MC, management consultant. That's great. If you can just little more give us understanding. Again, Mr. Praveen has raised the hand. So please use Q&A box rather than raising hand. Then Mr. Vikram is P from Mumbai, so he's a professional and he has joined us from Mumbai. So welcome. Mr. Parag has joined us from which city? No, you are not related to them. He's a IT management professional, and Mr. Parag Athavele. So your city is not mentioned there. Mr. Sheikh is writing EduTech Company Center Leads Academy. All right. So then Mr. Saha is from Kolkata. He's a business owner. And again, we have Mr. Ravi Shankar, business owner from Patna. Welcome. A. Connet. So is it your company name or your name? He's a business owner, HR consulting from Bangalore. Then we have Mr. Jayaraman. He's a professional from Hyderabad. Welcome. Indrani Saha is from Kolkata and into business. Welcome. Mr. Parag is writing that he is from Pune. All right, welcome. Mr. Rastogi is writing he is a professional global adventurer. Okay, tourism, event planning. Okay, a lot of things you are already into. Insurance. Yes, we have our partners from insurance background also, real estate consulting also, and very, very successful. And your city is Moradabad, UP. So welcome. Mr. Arthi Murugan is professional from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So welcome. Then we have, okay, Mr. Alagar Sami is writing his management MC means I am part of time service giving to government company doing DSA for insurance loans. All right, so that's good profile, because DSA in insurance and loans, credit cards, is again financial counseling you do, financial consulting you do, very, very successful. We have some partners from this category also. Mr. Kunal Singh is writing, he's a manufacturer in polymer industry. He's a business owner from Patna. Mr. Lakshmikant is writing, he's a business owner. Okay, that's great. So we are also now taking other names also. please keep on writing. We'll take your name. So there are a lot of people who have joined us, and we will be uh, happy to take your names as well. And since you have already shared with us, so we will take all your names also. Mr. Lakshmikant is writing from Chhattisgarh, business owner. Okay. Mr. Giboy is from Bangalore, business consultant. That's great. So business consultant would mean that you're already consulting some businesses. So if you can write a little more on this, will be very helpful. But this is a great profile which we are looking at. I'm a property consultant, deals in open plots. So Mr. Ramesh is writing which city. Please mention your city as well. Mr. Rachit Rastogi, thank you. Thank you also for sending us your reply and joining this webinar. Mr. Pradeepa Dash is from Kolkata. He's a professional. Mr. Shah is writing. He's a business owner. He's a management consultant also. Welcome. He's from Ahmedabad, foreign education consultant. That's great. So you are an education consultant. That will be also very, very near what we are looking at. So keep on writing. I think we will take other your questions also and use Q&A box. Please do not use your uh, hand to raise because that is not the option because we'll not be able to give you some chance to speak on this webinar. So please keep on writing in the Q&A box while I'll take you through the presentation, few slides. I'll give you some understanding about the business model, about what we are offering you once somebody is joining us, what we offer. And also we'll give you understanding about your pay structuring, your payout structuring, and if you are there, join us, and then how you can grow also. That's also very, very important to understand when you join and how is your growth structure, and then how you can join Franchise India as a partner as well. So I'll take you through this presentation, but rest who are there, please, you can keep on writing and our team will also take your question and they maybe can reply in between. So I'll give you some understanding about, so when we are talking about franchising that we discussed, it's a $4.8 trillion industry. Today, everything we consume is coming from a franchise company. If you can just check yourself also at your, your side, if you use, you wake up in the morning, what we do? We use milk, we use bakery products, both are coming from franchising. And then whatever activity you do, you send your kids to school, again franchise. Wearing clothes, accessories, shoes, all franchised. Right? Even you are using gyms in the morning, again franchise. You're going to salon, all franchised. Everything which we consume is coming from franchise. And you go, you are using two-wheelers, whether it's any kind of two-wheeler also is coming from a franchise company. So today we are coming now EV segment, EV two-wheelers. This is again a franchise industry, franchise category. And again, you use charging station somewhere, it's again coming from franchise. You go for petrol pump, it's again franchise. And we are very proud and we have worked with one project, which is Reliance project, which was our first project with Reliance, was GOBP petrol pumps, again franchised. So anything and everything what you consume today is coming from a franchise company. So that's why it is $4.8 trillion industry, which is still growing. And by category wise, if you see sector by sector, every sector you talk about, healthcare, financial services, pet care services, all franchise. Even direct to home services are also now franchised. Even gardening, a gardener giving services also franchised. Hotel chain, it's franchise. Your hostel is also coming to a franchise. There can be a different model to it because we have FOCO model, FOFO model, FICO model. So these are all different parameters in these businesses, but it is all invested by franchise owner, and it is an investor who is coming in and making some investment, and it can be operated by a brand itself, but it is completely franchise opportunity because it is invested by someone. All the technology-based services today is also coming into franchising. Healthcare, as I said, healthcare is a very, very large category. You will see the main category is healthcare, then there are subcategories also. Then there are subcategories to it. Like we have got an F&B. If you'll see a fine dining restaurant is in F&B is a main category, then fine dining, then cafes, then further takeaways. So there are a lot of opportunities and these categories which is being created. Pet care, it was not there franchising, but now it has also now it's a very, very booming and today there are a lot of companies who have taken this franchise route to grow their businesses, to expand their business in different cities. Retail, food, fashion, jewelry, footwear, everything is franchise. You name that brand, it is franchise. So as I said, there are some bigger opportunities also, which is jewelry, which can be hospital, which can be, again, I'm talking about some hotel chain. It's also franchise, but it is FOCO models largely, because it is invested by someone, but it is managed by the brand itself. Like FOCO model, if I talk you an example, like Tata Chroma. Tata Chroma has got 507 stores as of now. All are company owned, company operated. And now Franchise India, they have joined us with the mission that they want to get franchisee or an investor. It's an investment model, which we call as a FOCO model. So we have, as of now, 25 existing outlets now, which we are transferring to an investor. So we are getting an investor from outside. It's a fundraising opportunity and a safe investment for the investors as well. So then we have also a lot of opportunities like, Kalyan Jewelers. It's again 20 CR opportunity, but it's again, we are talking about, and these are all exclusive with Franchise India, and these will not be available outside. So we have very, very large portfolio of international global brands now in India. So we have around 200 global brands also with Franchise India, wherein we are offering partnership for these brands and businesses in India and outside as well. So as I said, we have Franchise India has got 3 companies. So Franchise India in India. Now Fran Global, which is our international arm of the business, what they do, they also help these Indian, domestic opportunities to go out of India. So they help them to operate and expand in other countries as well. And we get global brands in India to have franchise system ready for them. So what we offer is, here I'm going to invite my colleague FIHL. He will talk about the tablet. So when you joined us, what is tablet all about? What we offer? And these are 6 pointers which we are talking about, and we'll give you some understanding, and we have called it as tablet. So over to you, Shakti, if you could give us some understanding about the tablet, and then I'll take it over. Sorry, your voice is not coming. In the meantime, you can fix it. So I'll take it up. So T stands for technology. Technology would mean that when you join, we will give you a CRM access. We create your CRM so that your all the database will come in the CRM. And we also give you a Franchise India domain and email address. This email address would be your first identity that you are coming from Franchise India. You are a brand Franchise India. When you send an email from Franchise India email ID, so it will be first identity for you to become, once you become partner with us. A stands for access of framework infrastructure. So as I said, we have got offices, like somebody was saying Kolkata. So Bimal is from Kolkata. We have our branch working in Kolkata. We have office in Kolkata. It's a company owned office. So what we do is we offer our partners to use our office, our infrastructure, complete full time, or for your meetings. You can invite, you can book the boardroom, you can invite your clients over there, and our team will be also helping, supporting you for the meetings. And there are a lot of people, our partners, who are actually coming to our office full day also and use our office. And someone who was saying, I'm from Mumbai, so we have office in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, we have office in Ahmedabad. All these cities, our infrastructure which we have created is available for our partners full time also, and you can use for your meetings as well. B stands for brand. So we will give you 500 brand list the day you join us, because there will be a training, which is T. Last point is T, that I'll talk about. So once you come for the training, we help you with these brands. So all these brands which we have onboarded, exclusive opportunities with us. So there are some 1100 companies today. We give you all the brands are open for you, but we don't work that way. But we work after understanding the requirement of the investor, and then we get a opportunity for all our investors. L stands for lead support, and lead support is very, very important in this business. Now we are talking about 50 minimum guaranteed leads to our partners every month, right? And these are investor leads. Plus we are giving also leads from the brand side, because we are helping you to create your profile. And we will also, as per your profile, you can drive some brands exclusive, And these brands, we will also run a campaign every month, and we will help you with all the brand leads which we generate from a fresh campaign from marketing. And you don't have to invest not even a single penny for any kind of promotion, any kind of lead generations. Before COVID, we were actually not giving leads, but now, still now, we are continuing after COVID time, and there is no lead generation process from our partners. So all the leads, whether you need 200, 300 leads also, we are giving. So these are our brand leads. So as many as leads any partner would want, till the time we are getting the feedback and you are keep on working on those database, we help you with another set of data. Then we do a lot of activities, which is our digital format. We are our physical events we do, and all these leads will also come to you. So events, as I said, we have around 15 to 20 events every month, which we are organizing for our brands, which are onboarded with us, because we have to select partners and get their structure done. So you will be also part of these events, and these are all free to attend. There are some bigger events, there are some business meets which we do, but large events like coming up is in Mumbai. It will be in November 29th and 30th. It is happening in Geo Convention Center, International Convention Center, where it's a very, very large show. We have 2,000 rupees entry fee from the investor side, and brands, there will be around 400 brands in this show. And we have invited all partners from across country to be part of this, where we will also help you with accommodation to pick up and drop to food, and everything would be done by our side. Last year it was happening in November. We had around 68 partners who have come to attend that event, and you don't have to pay anything for any kind of participation in this event. T stands for training. So we have designed a module which is 3 days extensive and in-depth training in our corporate office. Now this time, which is starting from 12th to 14th. So every month we are doing a new batch coming to our corporate office, Delhi. It's a physical training wherein you are coming to Delhi, then is yourself. Then your pickup, drop would be done by us. Your accommodation would be done by us. Your food and everything would be on us. And training would be 3 days every month. So this is a training module which we have created. And one of the training module is how you can become brand yourself. So we'll also guide you, help you, how you can become a brand in your city. Because once you are our partner in that city, people will interact you, investors will interact you, and brands also will interact with you. You can take new brands also on board, which you can see in your city or anywhere in India. So geographically, we have no restriction. You can go to any other city you want to go for. And you can use our event platform. Any city you can go and be part of these events as well. So what is our proposed structure for our partners? So as I said, there has to be some understanding about your growth structure. So when you joined us at the entry level. And at entry level, you are our IFC partner, and everyone has to join as the entry level. But since every investor who joins us and becoming our partner is unique, someone is putting 4 hours, someone is putting 5 hours, someone is full time as well. But minimum criteria is 100 hours a month. It's very, very important to have 100 hours a month. So otherwise, there's a selection process which we have before you start your business. So then we'll have a selection process. You ask some questions, we'll also ask some questions. If you really feel that fitment, that we are looking forward to start association and partnership, then you have to join us at the entry level of IFC member. And then once you are working with us, and then you also get a lot of understanding about this business, and we help you, support you. And that's a complete we have a process, and it's a process driven. In the last 27 years, we are successful in this business, and now we make you successful. So when we hit 15 lakh rupees revenue or 15 deals, would mean that when you sell a franchise to any investor, that we call as a deal. So if you hit 15 lakh or 15 lakh rupees revenue, you become an IFC elite member. And when you hit 50 lakh or 30 deals, you become IFC Pro member. And also IFC Master would be when you hit 1 CR total revenue. And this is not 1 month, this is not 1 day, it's a 1 year. You are talking about 15 lakh rupees in 1 year. So whenever you reach it can take 1 year, or it can take 3 months, it can take 1 month. While our business is very, very rewarding, and it is possible in one deal, one lead also to get qualified for IFC Elite member. And then it may take 3 months to 4 months to become our IFC Pro member. And it can become 1 year to become IFC Master also, but in some cases it can take 2 years also. But these three positions are easy to achieve. But once you achieve, you become then IFC Elite, Pro, and Master. How it is going to change your complete payout structure is my next slide. So at IFC Basic, you will be our IFC member. At the basic entry level, you get 40%. We get 60% of the revenue, total revenue. Elite, it will be 50-50. So you become our 50% membership, and we are also getting 50% out of this. But at Pro, it will be completely reverse of when you started with us. So it will be your share would be 60%, and our share will be 40%. And at Master, you become 70% partner, and we are getting 30% out of this. But the best part, even at 70% also, you have no investments in this, nothing you have to invest, no recurring business, your investments for getting, whether it's your promotions, lead generation, or any brand, everything we offer you from Franchise India. So what all we do offer, first we'll give you database, investor data, investors who are looking forward to start a business. So that investor data we will give you, which is, I said, 50 minimum 50 guaranteed leads every month. Second, we also give you brands, the businesses opportunities, which are there with us, exclusive also, non-exclusive also. And then third, we'll give you training, how to do this business. Every day there will be a training for brands and also the product training. And for this, we have designed program like every 3 days, every week, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. We have 8 o'clock in the morning, our all IFC meeting at Zoom, and where we discuss peer-to-peer learning, and then we discuss product-wise. We do product trainings also. We invite some brand also. So we'll give you training on these 3 days also, wherein since we have a transparent system, so once all the partners are joining us, you also do one-on-one meeting also, and you also do one-on-one interaction as well. So then once you are there and in this morning meeting, so you also would be knowing who is doing what, who is from where. You also get a lot of friendship and relationship with them, so that once you have somebody from Pune, if you have any investor or somebody who is in Chandigarh, you cannot travel over there for meetings, so our Chandigarh partner would help you. That's what the system and process which we have created. So in this slide, what I'm going to help you with is to understand our revenue products and how you can get money out of this. So as I discussed, that we have two communities whom we work with. One side we have investors, and one side we have brands. Now this is our larger business because we match make both. If you see I is investor, if you see brand, it's B. So B stands for brand, I stands for investor. So when we work with investors, we don't work free because we are consultants, we are advisors. We don't work free. So what we do is we onboard the investor. So when we work with brand, then we onboard the brand first. So both we onboard, and then we start servicing. So when we service, we sell a franchise, then we get a service fees also. So investor acquisition would mean investor IA would mean investor acquisition when we onboard the investor. And when we onboard the brand, it is BD, brand onboarding, business development. And when we service both, then we charge service fees to investor, that becomes IS. And then we charge service fees to the brand, which that becomes BS amount. So these are 4 revenue products which we get. And you get 40% on these 3 products: investor onboarding fee, investor service fees, in brand service fees. So how we have calculated this, and we have a complete system and process, which starts from 25,000 rupees as investor onboarding, which goes to 1.5 lakh rupees also, depending on the investment. How much investment you want to do, what kind of opportunity you are looking from us. Once we service, Then we take a service fees also, which starts from 50,000 rupees in the case where an investor has registered with us with 25,000. In 25,000, we take minimum of 50,000 rupees as service fees from the investor. So would mean that when we work with investor, minimum investment for that investor for onboarding for with Franchise India is 25,000 and GST 18% would be separately charged. And then we service the brand which we have onboarded. So for onboarding the brand, we have format which is 7.5 lakh to start with. It goes to 15, 40 and 75 also. That's 7.5 lakh rupees is the minimum brand onboarding fee. So any brand, any business, they want to franchise, they want our help, they want to come on board with us because there is no other company outside who can help these brands and businesses for franchising. So Franchise India becomes the only opportunity for all these businesses who want to franchise. So what we have created as a system that you get 40% on these three products and 20% on the brand on board. Brand on board would mean if we do one and all joint calls, proposals, presentations, follow-ups would be done by our team. And you have to only give us a reference. That's why you can see this 20% in each case, only reference from your side. Suppose you are somebody was from Moradabad. Now, if you have some business, it can be bakery business, jewelry business, it can be local, which is very, very popular in the city. You have some USPs and now you want to go to other cities also. And we will help you to understand first what is your business right now. It can be 50-year-old, it can be 100-year-old, or it can be, maybe 2-year-old, but you have some format which you are running. So that we will replicate. And that's what franchising is all about. So we will take you to new cities also to expand. So suppose suppose Bikanirwala. So Bikanirwala again started like this. They started from one city and now it's a replicated model. So we have created their business model that time. It's a long back. And now we are opening, opening franchises for. So now everywhere you will see Bikanirwala would be a same structure, unique process. And that is all by us. And all you can see any other business you have heard about, which is you see their branches everywhere. These are franchise branches. Very, very old brand. If I'm talking about is Jet King, NIT. NIT, anywhere you go, you will see the same NIT center. These are all franchised, but nobody would, consumer has nothing to do with to see whether it's a franchise store or center or is a company owned. It's NIT, it's NIT. It's the same, same color combination, same store, same process, everything is same. You see McDonald's, it's the same process. You see Subway, it's all same process. So we got all these international brands also in India. As I discussed, that Front Global is our international company. So we have got them in India, and all expansion also done by Franchise India. All franchisees onboarded has been done by Franchise India. So likewise, when we take a new reference from your side, it can be from your city, it can be from any other city which you come across is franchising, and you can refer to us. We will arrange a meeting, we will understand the requirement, and then we will send a proposal presentation. You will be marked copy, and it will be your lead, which we will help you to onboard. So when we onboard, suppose, for example, you give us 4, 5, 6 references, and there is no limit, no target. If we onboard 2 brands on board in a month, for example, with a basic of 7.5 lakh, which becomes 15 lakh rupees overall. So you get 20% on that, means 3 lakh rupees will go to you without having any involvement further. It's only your reference. Now, in this case, you will get 40% of 3 products, which is investor acquisition, investor onboarding, as low as 25,000. Suppose you do 10 investor onboarding a month. I'll give some example to make you understand. So these 10 will pay, let's say, basic amount of 25,000. It becomes 2.5 lakh in 10 cases. All these 2.5 lakh rupees, you will get 40% is your sharing. And when we start servicing them and find a franchise, they will have to pay us minimum of 50,000 each. So 50,000 into 10, that becomes 5 lakh. You again get 40% of that. And when you start servicing investor, would mean investor is buying a franchise, would mean there is a brand which we have sold to them. So that brand is also giving us 40% brand service fees. That can be 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, which goes up to 50, 60 lakh also. That depends on the opportunity to opportunity. And there are some small opportunities which are 5, 10 lakh rupees. There's a 1 lakh rupees minimum which we charge as a brand service fees. Then it goes to 2 lakh to any range after we get this deal done. So let's assume that this is 2 lakh rupees as an average, all these brands which you have sold to these 10 investors. So all 10 franchisees have got 2 lakh rupees each, our brand service fees. Then it becomes 10 into 2, 10 into 10 into this 22 lakh rupees, which becomes 20 lakh. And again, your share is 40% again out of this 20 lakh. So 40% of what Franchise India is getting out of this. So means all this money which is coming from brand on board or investor on board or servicing both communities, that money is coming to Franchise India, and you have 40% sharing out of that. And same in the same area, when it is 40% at FC basic level, when you become elite, you get them 50, we get them 50%. So today we have got a lot of our partners who are already at 60%, and also few are already at 70% as well. So all the sport is done by our side. They have no investment in this, and we get 30%. So at 30% also we do the same process which is there at when we get 60%. And in BD side, which is brand onboarding, you get 20% in each case. And lead wise, as I said, there is no problem in the lead side because Franchise India is a lead generating resource. So every month, around 1 lakh of investors are getting in touch with Franchise India for finding a franchise opportunity. So leads is absolutely no problem. We do digital webinars. We also do digital franchise shows. We do physical franchise shows. Then we have franchiseindia.com, wherein we have 18,000 brands and businesses already listed with us. And all the investors who want to find out, he can also go to our website and then they apply. That is also lead coming to us, which we further offer to our partners regionally and locally. And it's also very, very important that if you are looking forward for any particular region to work, or you want to, suppose somebody is from Pune, you want to entire Maharashtra, you want to work for these brands. You want to work entire India also, we will help you leads accordingly. There is no geographically restriction, so we will give you accordingly the leads. And then CRM as base level will give you one CRM ID. Then we will give you 1+1, 1+2, 1+3 would mean that you will also get your team member or family member also be part of your business. And then we also give you more leads on this. But now, last slide would be how you become Franchise India. What's our business model? So our business model is already fixed on Pan India. This is 5.5 lakh rupees is only fee, which is joining fee, which is a license fees. Because in franchising, there's a law that you take any franchise, even if it is startup also, there will be some franchise fees or a brand fee or a license fees. Then there are a lot of other aspects to it, which can be a setup cost, which can be other costs, which is for equipments or product cost, training cost, and then rentals, retail, a lot of things other which are also associated. But in our business, we have only one license fees, which is 5.5 lakh for 3 years. 3 year would be our our tenure, and our agreement would be stands for 3 years. So there is no other investment in these 3 years you have to do. All the support function would be from our side. Our team will help, our leads, our promotions, our everything which is in requirement in this would be provided by Franchise India. But only one-time fee, which is there, is going to be 5.5 lakh plus GST, but it is not for everyone. If you are looking forward for any kind of business opportunity, we will also forward then after having a discussion with you. If there's any other option you look for, then we'll forward your lead to our IFC partner regionally, and our IFC partner will help you to guide you to get that business opportunity. But we will also speak to you one by one. And in case you have any query, you can also reach out to us, and our team will also reach out to you. And I'll also have my number in the chat box. It is 7011 998340. That if you have any question, you can reach out to me as well. But otherwise, we would love to have one-on-one meeting and discussion with you. And if at all it makes some sense for both of us, then only we should join hands. And then you can also join the training program on 12, 13, and 14. But it is both side selection. It's very, very important that we both select each other. And once we feel that there is some understanding in both of us to join hands, then we'll take it over. Otherwise, if there is any other opportunity you are looking at, that we will also help you to find out which is rightly fitted for your market, rightly fitted for as per your investment. It can be 5 lakh to 500 CR will be also taken care by us, and we'll give you complete guidance, and our team will help you through to understand all this. With that note, I think we have exceeded our time today, and thank you so much for joining in this webinar. A big thank you from all of us at Franchise India. We look forward for some partners to join us, and for sure, other partners will also send us your requirement and let us know what are you are looking at, and we will help and design that just for you.